Hi, I'm Ellen and I'm going to be showing you how to make pizza swirls today. So we've got our dough, which I put on a few hours ago and we've let proof. And then, actually, we're going to flour our baking mat. So we have here our large Alyce Alexandra baking mat. So we're going to lightly flour that. We're going to be rolling out the dough the exact size of the baking mat. So it's really, really handy to have. So we're going to lightly flour to the edges of the baking mat. And then we're going to scoop out our beautiful proved dough onto our baking mat, using, of course, an Alyce Alexandra spatula because it works perfectly. Now we're going to roll this out into the exact size of the baking mat. So it's kind of handy if you just use your floured hands at the start to sort of make that rectangle shape that you're going to be rolling it into. And then once you've kind of got the shape, then you can start your rolling. So again, we'll just lightly flour our rolling pin, and we're going to make a big rectangle here, the exact same size as the baking mat, and you want to try and keep the dough as even as possible. So, it doesn't have to be too particular, but ideally we want the dough to be the same thickness all the way around. I've rolled out our dough here. I got a little enthusiastic and started putting my tomato paste on. So if my mother was doing this, it would be a perfect rectangle, but I'm not perfect, so I can't get it exactly that, but that's why I'm doing it, to show you that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a really nice dough to work with as well, so it rolls out beautifully. Now for our pizza swirls, I'm doing tomato paste, cheese, olives, and basil. But you can actually add things, take out things, whatever you desire. So we're gonna spread the tomato paste along the dough, and you wanna make sure you're getting it to all the edges. So now comes the fun part. We're going to be rolling our dough starting closest to our body, and we're going to be rolling it further away from us. So the best way to start this is just picking up the edges, pulling it a little bit and just folding it over as the first one to start, pulling it a bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pick up, you're going to pull and fold. Just pulling a little bit to stretch the dough. So pick up, pull, fold. Pull, fold. And you're going to keep doing this all along until you've done the whole base. So just fold. So you want to finish with the seam side down. There we go, we have our scrolls. So now we're going to cut and shape them, which I promise you is easier than it sounds. I'm going to use our dough scraper. This is a new product. I have made swirls, scrolls, lots of fun things like this so many times. And now that we have this dough scraper, it is such a game changer. Highly recommend. So we're going to make 12 out of this. So we're just going to pick the middle and cut in. So as you can see with the dough scraper, it's just really easy and sharp and clean to cut your dough. So we're going to make 6 out of this, 6 out of this. So again, I'm going to cut halfway and halfway. So now we're going to work with this bit first. So this is going to be 3 scrolls. So I like to use my dough scraper to sort of mark where I'm going to cut, and then I can see that's even. And then we're going to cut. And then I also love using this to pick up your dough and easily move it around. So then you go here with your cut pieces, you're going to just make a circle like that. And that's all you need to do. So it's just shaping it in a nice circle. I love my dough scraper to then pick it up. and then we're gonna put it in a lined baking tray. So that goes in there. So again, we're just picking up and just massaging to make a beautiful circle. Pick up, put in there. Circle, pick up, put down. Now you want to keep a few centimeters in between each one. You don't want them touching, because after we do this, we're going to prove it for a few hours, and you know it's done proving when these scrolls are touching. So you want to give them a few centimeters apart, and then they will prove to touch, and then when you bake them, they'll be all joined and you can nicely rip them apart. So there. Super simple, like I said. Place in. So that's all our scrolls shaped and rolled. Look how perfect they are. So again, we just don't want them touching. They're gonna prove now for a few hours. You know they're ready when they're all touching. I'll do it this way so you can see. And then we're gonna bake them and they're all gonna join together. And that is how you shape and make 12 delicious, yummy, easy pizza swirls. So now to prove. Our scrolls have just done their second proof. So this is what you're looking for, which means it's ready to bake. So they're now all touching and they've pretty much nearly doubled in size. So I had my oven preheating when I saw these were nearly done. So these are gonna go into a very hot oven now and bake for half an hour and they'll be done. So here we have it, our pizza swirls are done. They look amazing, they smell even better. We're going to leave these to rest for 30 minutes before we pull them apart, and then we're gonna eat and enjoy. These also freeze and reheat in the oven perfectly. Fantastic for school lunch boxes, for picnics, for entertaining, for road trips, camping, so many things you can do with this. So enjoy guys, let me know what you think.